This is the golden ticket right here. This is the new money. This is the new play. There is never a better time than right this moment to go get the results that Hailey has been able to get. In 6 months, how much have you done?
107,000. By February 9th, 124,000. 3 closings on the 26th, one on the 28th, one on the 2nd, one on the 4th.
You'll do 60-some thousand this month?
Yeah.
$67,000 just this month. In 2.5 weeks, she has $124,000 that's closing.
It doesn't even feel real, actually.
How to scale to 100 grand a month is super simple. What's going on, y'all? Eric Cline here with another episode of Refuse to Lose podcast. I know you have all been anxiously waiting for us to drop another episode. Well, here it is. Hopefully your New Year's is off to an amazing start. You've set goals and you're getting ready to dominate the best year of your life. What I wanted to do is bring to you guys how to collapse time and get results in this industry. I'm so frustrated coming into an industry where I hear people say, it took me 6 months to get my first deal. It took me a year. Some of these people, 4 years to get a deal in the wholesale real estate space. It blows my mind. I believe anybody that has the hunger and the grit and the will to want more out of life can come into this industry and get results in 30 days or less. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna showcase somebody, Hailey, that is 24 years old, came into this industry not knowing anything about wholesale real estate, nothing. And she is doing numbers that most of you dream about doing. So what we're gonna do is walk through the journey of how a lot of you that are watching this, you've been researching how to wholesale for 6 months. You've been researching how to do this for 12 months, rather than just picking the phone up, getting to work and getting results. So what I'm gonna do right now with Hailey is I'm gonna break down how going from 0 deals, in a matter of 6 months, I think she's at, and you know I don't like fluffing numbers, so I got my phone here. I'm gonna use it for a calculator just so we can give you real numbers. But I think she's gonna be right at like 220, 230, 240, and that's 240,000, mind you, in a matter of 6 months. So anyways, Hailey, how are you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing phenomenal. Thanks for coming on.
Good.
Nice.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So how I want to start this off is, I guess, tell them, Hailey, one, just who you are. We can get that out of the way. So do you come from like being fed a silver spoon, like a rich parents? Did you come and like start your journey with a shit ton of money? Tell everybody who you are.
Yeah, so when I started, obviously in wholesale, I had no experience. I came from the restoration industry in South Florida.
Okay.
Before then, I didn't come from money. I'm from Detroit, Michigan.
Like the really nice part?
No.
Oh, no?
No, not the
okay.
nice part at all.
Is there even a nice part of Detroit?
There is a little bit now, but
Okay.
not really.
All right.
Yeah. So I came from Detroit, Michigan, and I was working in sales and marketing for a company. And after that, I got recruited to move to Florida for a restoration company. And then I left that company to open my own restoration company.
How old?
I moved there when I was 19, and I opened my company when I was 20.
Cool. So what kind of a company your first like real job was in sales and marketing?
Well, my first real job was I worked for Verizon. So I was in sales. Yeah.
Okay.
100% commission sales.
Like at a Verizon store,
Yeah,
you
at a
go in to get a
Verizon
cell
store.
phone
Yeah.
and you walk in, Hailey helps you get a phone.
Yeah.
Cool. How long did you do that?
Probably like 8 months. And then I left there and then I went to sales for a restoration company, marketing to business.
So restoration, just so they may not even know what you mean by restoration.
Yeah, so it's disaster restoration. So like when people have pipe burst or roof leak or hurricane, we do like roof tarping and repairs, removing drywall, mold remediation.
So what did you do for that? You were
Sales
in there
and
hanging tarps?
No.
Oh, okay.
I do sales and marketing.
So
I bring the jobs, I call the clients, I do all the customer service, back-end customer service with insurance companies, meeting with the clients to do the inspection, but not the actual job.
Okay. Was it a lot of phone?
Yeah.
Okay. Verizon was face to face?
Face to face, yeah.
How much were you making at Verizon?
Oh, like nothing. Like
Well, it's nothing.
70,000 probably.
70,000?
Yeah.
That's more than probably a lot of people make on this that
Yeah.
are going to be watching this right now. But that wasn't enough.
No, not
Cool.
even close.
So you were how old at Verizon?
I was 18,
18 years old. You
Mhm.
moved to South Florida
19.
at 19.
Yeah,
You start doing restoration for homes
yeah.
that get damaged.
Yeah, so in Michigan, I worked for a restoration company that was contents restoration. So like furniture, and then I got recruited to move it for the home services
Okay.
in Florida.
And then in Florida, how long were you doing? Well, how old are you today?
24.
24 years old.
So
Okay.
I've been doing it for 4 years.
4 years.
Yeah.
Explain just an elevator quick. How, like, what did you do for 4 years in that industry?
Yeah, so we got kind of lucky in a way in our company because the first year that we opened the company, we had a hurricane. So
Okay.
the first year that we had our company, we did 657,000 in the
Okay.
first year. Obviously that's net. So it was good, really
Okay.
good. And
So that was for your first year over 600,000.
yeah,
Year two,
year 2 we didn't do so good. Was
so
like
it went the
went
other
down.
way.
Yeah. So the last couple years have went down because we didn't have as many storms. The third year we had storms and it was really good again. And then now this past year it just went downhill.
Okay. When you say downhill, no, they love
Like
hearing
300,000 probably. So for us it was a big difference.
course.
It was a
Yeah, over
50%.
50%.
Yeah.
That. Okay. Cool. And then when did you? Because my very first company I started, I had massive success with it. Literally, it was one of those things where it was like hockey stick growth. I went from not making money to making millions of dollars. And then overnight, I kind of lost everything. Similar to you, maybe different level.
Yeah, because it took us so long to be paid because we were being paid by the insurance company. So we're at some point, it's just like, this is not worth it anymore.
Okay.
Like 300,000 sounds like, oh, that's good. Like, that's really good. But the cut was so bad.
Yeah.
Because we were taking 6-8 months to be paid.
Of course. When you make 600 and some thousand a year,
Yeah.
you spend money like you're making 600 and some thousand a year.
Yep.
I get it. Like I went from halfway house to literally millionaire,
Yeah.
and I was spending like a millionaire.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was like when I lost it all, there was a wise man once told me, Eric, be careful. Sometimes good things come to an end. And I
Right.
never listened to that. I never prepared for a storm. So, when did you, because when I lost my business, went through a lawsuit, lost a massive exit, I was scrambling, wondering what I was going to do. I was a married man, had kids, had bills, and I didn't know where I was going to pivot to. And I landed in the wholesale real estate space. I heard there was a low barrier to entry. I saw the size of the deals, and you could do it all virtually over the phones. And within my first 12 months, first 30 days, I got between 11 to 13 contracts for all of you out there. Just so you know, first 30 days, and I didn't know shit about real estate. Nothing, nada. Other than I owned a lot of fucking real estate for my personal homes, and I was over leveraged. That's what I did know. But when did you start researching?
So probably it was like May or June. I wasn't necessarily researching wholesaling.
Okay.
I was more so like, I'm a mom. I have at the time, a 1-year-old. Like, I need to do something else. I need to make more money from home or do something. And then I came across you.
This wild guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
In like June, I think. And then I reached out to you and I was like, I didn't know anything. I didn't know anything about wholesale real estate at all.
Okay.
I always had like an interest in real estate because working in restoration, like during a hurricane, people would come and like knock the doors. Oh, we'll pay cash for your house. I'm like, there's no way that he has cash for this house.
Right.
So like it didn't make sense. So like I kind of had like an idea, but I didn't really understand. And then that's when I came across you.
Hopefully you are getting a ton of awesome information listening to Hailey talk about her experience. If you want to have the same experience February 20th and 21st here in Scottsdale, Arizona, myself and Andy Elliott are putting on a banger of a masterclass where I'm giving you my entire play. The same play I've been talking to Hailey about, I'm going to give to you in 48 hours at the Lion's Den. If you are interested in coming and rolling with me for 48 hours, getting the play and going home and having the best year you've ever had in your life, 2026 is it. Call your shot. It's not too late to turn it all around. text the number below, shoot us a message. I got your back. I want to see you in Scottsdale. So let me ask you this, because when I first heard about the model, I didn't believe it. I really didn't. And I had been in virtual sales now at this point for a decade. And when I heard you could do wholesale real estate over a phone where people are selling their houses. And I get asked this question a lot. I'm like, Eric, well, why would they sell their house for 50, 60 cents on the dollar? Like, why would anybody do that? Same thing I thought. I'm like, dude, I'm good at sales, but is someone really going to sell me their house for 50 cents over a telephone? Yeah. Never seen me and say, yes, I will sell you my house. Like, I'm good, but I'm like, man, am I that good?
Right.
And all I needed for me, and this is any business I've ever started, all I needed to do was see one person do it. I'm like, I can do it. So I had asked a guy out of Orlando, I'm like, dude, send me 3 recordings of one of your guys doing this over a telephone. He sent me 3 recordings, listened to it, and I was like, done. I believe it. I didn't need any more proof of concept for me. Even when I picked the phone up though, like and I got a contract, I think my second day. But that first day, I'm like, holy shit, like, am I gonna be able to do this? Second day, popped a contract, again, it was either 11, 12, or 13, don't know how many. I canceled a lot of those though, because I didn't know how to underwrite deals. So finding me, and then obviously there was a lot of other people out there talking about wholesale real estate. What was some of like your concerns before coming in?
I don't necessarily know if I had concerns. I was just more like skeptical. Like, is this real? Like, is this even
the model?
Is this even possible? Yeah, the model. Like, is this even possible? Like, how does this work? How am I going to find buyers? Like, where do I even call? Like, like all of those questions.
You were worried about 5, 6 problems
ahead of time,
and you didn't even know how to find leads.
Exactly.
Cool. All right. Yeah. So you actually reached out to me. This would have been back in when? July. So that was I think 6 months ago, 7 months ago. What is that?
Like 6.5,
6.5 months. All right. And you end up joining the elite group. Had you ever paid for coaching before? Never. How did that feel?
I mean, scary, obviously at first, but then now, like, obviously it's rewarding and it helps me learn everything because I knew nothing. Yeah. So like, it's a scary feeling, but it's like, if I don't do this, what is the result?
You were skeptical.
Yeah. I think I looked at our messages like the other day and I was like, I don't know about this.
Yeah, you were skeptical. And I always tell everybody, once you're going to pay the price one of 2 ways. You're going to pay the price trying to figure it out on your own, or you're going to pay the price and collapse time and get results much faster than majority of people out there. All right, so July, let's just fast forward. You and I got on the phone, or you would have talked. No, I think I actually talked to you.
Yeah, you did.
I talked to you.
Yeah.
All right. You end up saying, yes, let's do it. You probably were like, fuck it. What's the worst that could happen?
Yeah, literally.
Right?
Yeah.
It's either going to work out or shame on me.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
For believing this.
I got to do this or no other option.
Cool.
Yeah.
So back in July, you joined the program.
Yes.
And when you joined, kind of explain to that, because you started from scratch.
Yeah.
Scratch. And I tell everybody that joins, my goal for everybody that joins the elite, following my play, as long as they don't alter it, they don't bend it, they don't put other pieces of other people's information into my process. If you follow mine to a T,
it will work.
My standard for anybody to join my community is I want everybody to do a minimum of $225,000 their first year. That's like the standard, the minimum. You can do much more than that.
Yeah.
But that's only one deal per month at $18,500 and change. One deal a month, which anybody can do a deal a month. Yes or no?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
One deal a month?
If you're putting the work, yeah.
Yeah. You ain't even got to work full time to do a deal. All right. So we started in July.
Yep.
Explain in your own words, real numbers, how this last 6 months has been for you.
Yeah. So in July, obviously I was not comping correctly. So I got a lot of contracts. I think I had like 27 contracts within the first like 45 days. It was insane.
Hey,
Insane.
but how many did you say?
27.
27 contracts in 45 days. So she already said
I canceled like 14 of them.
perfect, great.
Yeah.
But you were doing the work.
Yeah.
27 contracts, 45 days, canceled 14 of them, she said.
Probably more than 14.
Who cares? But all I'm trying to get to is most people don't even pick the phone up.
No.
So the one thing that I knew about Hailey as soon as she started is I'm a big believer in KPIs. Your KPIs dictate what you're going to get paid.
Yeah.
Period. End of story. And you're never going to know everything when you first pick the phone up. Right? You're not going to know how to count perfectly.
No.
You're definitely ain't going to know how to find buyers. Don't worry about all that shit. Nobody started until they just pick a phone up, start talking to homeowners, and going through the whole process. Part of the process doing this virtually is you're getting a lot of contracts up that will not go to the closing table.
Right.
But that's practice for the ones that do, right?
Honestly, the most important thing is just starting.
Starting.
Like, I think I got I joined the mentorship, and I think that I started on the phone maybe like 5 days after. I probably could have done it before that, but I was like in my head.
Yeah.
And then when I started, I just was like following the script to a T. Like, even if I sounded like I was a robot, I was following it and it was working. So it's like, why would I go backwards? So I just continued to use the script, and now I have like obviously my own like twist that I use, but I still follow everything
the process.
I still follow the process. Yeah.
So keep going.
At the beginning, I called for a sale by owner. I had like the leads I think that you sent a long time ago, and everybody in the group was calling these leads. So these people like hang up every time. But like at the beginning, I was having like probably over 100 dials a day, every single day, no matter what.
While you were doing restoration,
I was still working. I was working part-time.
Yeah. All right. So where a lot of people listening to this right now, they're stuck, whether it's in life, at a job they hate, a financial situation they don't think there's a way out of. And a lot of people, unfortunately, they want out of it, but they need to understand if you're currently doing something now and you're trying to get out of it, you got to do more work to dig yourself out of where you're at.
After your 5 o'clock, you need to work from 5 to 9 or 5 to 10, whatever you need to do. It's the most rewarding thing when you're working for yourself than working for someone else.
Yeah. So do you do this now full time?
Full time.
You don't do restoration no more?
No.
Okay. So how long did it take for you from your first contract that actually made it to the closing table?
Was in October.
So July.
No, the end of September. It was the end of September. July, August, September. It was the end,
So that one funded within 90 days.
Yeah.
Okay. How much was it?
It was like 11,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
11,000. And then you had a pipeline.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had a lot of novation deals, so I had a big pipeline of 90-day closes, things like that.
All right. A lot of you are wondering, what's that word novation? She just said, let's not worry about that right now. It's just another exit strategy on how to get rid of a deal after you lock a home up. Okay. When I say lock a home up, I mean put it under contract, add a said number, and then we go and assign that piece of paper to a third party for more than what we locked it up at. That's what it is. And a lot of you are thinking right now, I don't have money to buy these houses. You don't have to have money to buy the houses. So if that is one of your roadblocks right now, if I can't get started, you don't need money to buy the houses. Any of these deals that you've done, did you use your own money to close on the house?
Not a dollar.
No. Did you have to have good credit, Hailey,
No.
to get these? Did your credit ever get checked?
No, never.
It's never been checked to do a deal?
Never.
So you don't have to have money to buy the houses. You really don't have to have money to do this. You really don't. It makes it easier to collapse time and get the results, okay? There's already somebody out there trying to do what you're doing right now. So you can either go try and figure it out on your own, or you get in a group of like-minded individuals with somebody teaching that group on how they've done what they've done, okay? So we're now 6 months into this. In 6 months, how much have you done?
107,000.
So you've done 107, closed, funded in your bank.
Right.
And how much do we have assigned? What I mean by assigned is she had a contract, she bought it X, 100 grand, let's just say. She didn't buy, she put a home under contract, and then she's assigned it to a third party for more than the 100,000. How much do you have in that?
So set to close by February 9th is 124,000.
February 9th. It's January 23rd right now.
Yeah.
So within the next
Yeah, I have
2.5 weeks?
I have like 3 closings on the 26th, one on the 28th, one on the 2nd, one on the 4th.
How much
One on the 9th.
you'll do 60-some thousand this month?
Yeah, 67.
$67,000 just this month.
Yeah.
In 2.5 weeks, she has $124,000 that's closing. Think about that for a minute. $124,000.
It doesn't even feel real, actually.
So Hailey said the other day, it was it yesterday? I think it was Wednesday. You were assigning all these deals, right? How much did you assign in one day?
So I had one that was 35 and one for 27, and it was in one day of.
So how much is that total? Help me out.
I don't know, 50.
25 and what?
50, 25 and 35.
So it was 55,000.
Yeah.
No, 60.
60.
$60,000.
Yeah.
$60,000 in a single day, y'all.
Assigned. Amazing.
Assigned. Think about that. 24 years old, a mother of a 2-year-old, Olivia, which is the most beautiful thing ever.
Thank you.
And she's doing this. Think about that for a minute. $60,000 in a day. And she's going to make in the next 2.5 weeks $124,000.
Yeah.
I remember when she assigned $60,000 in a day, she was texting with me and my wife, Shyla, and she's like, this is literally the best day of my life. I can't fucking believe this. And she even said, she goes, it doesn't even seem real.
Yeah. So.
Where in 2.5 weeks, $124,000 is going to hit her bank account. So in 6 months, I want to do the math for all of you, is she's already done 107.
Yeah.
She's done 107,000 plus 124,000. Dude, she will be at 6 months into this, $231,000 to the bank. Think about that for a moment. It's not too good to be true. It's not at all. Your mind is not your friend. I'm going to be doing way more of these right here just to do case studies on, I don't want to say average people because Hailey is far from average. Dude, I was an average dude. Like I really was. I was a degenerate drug addict. I was in and out of treatment centers, in and out of jail. I was everything you could think of you thinking it's the reason you cannot move forward and have a better life. There's nothing you can say you've been through that this guy has not done or experienced. And in 6 months, a 24-year-old with a 2-year-old daughter has been able to do 231,000. That's in 6 months while she's been learning. Think of what she's going to be able to do in the next 6 months. I mean, her first 12 months in this industry easily could do over $500,000. But you've set a goal this year for 2026.
Yep.
What do you want to do in the next, from January to December 31st?
I want to be over what I made previously. So I want to be over the 657.
So the number, isn't it 675,000?
Yeah.
So Hailey's goal at 24, turning 25 this year?
Yeah.
Yeah. She wants to do $675,000 this year.
Which is more than doable. As long as you follow the process and you have leads, it's not a simple, it is a simple model. It really is
Very
a simple model. You
simple.
just have to put the work in.
You got to work.
Yeah.
So what I want to talk about now are KPIs.
Yeah.
Because this is where all these people are going to fail, unfortunately. And dude, it is what it is. There's some of you out there right now that have been doing this for a year, 2 years, and you're not getting the results that she's getting. This is the problem, dude. A lot of you need to get out of your little bubble, pick your head up out of the sand, put your ego away, and just say, I need help. Why can't I be Hailey? Why can't I do the same numbers as her? Well, because you're stuck in your ways. You think you figured this shit out, but there's levels to this game. All right. So what we're going to talk about are KPIs, non-negotiable KPIs that she murders KPIs. She crushes most of you, if not all of you that are going to be watching this right now. So my non-negotiables when you came into the community, where you have to, do you know them by heart?
I think you had like over 60 dials a day, 5 or 4 to 5 offers to 3 to 4 hours of talk time, I think.
Okay. Yes, but no.
But
So
I don't know because I'm not doing that.
She's smoking my KPIs. And my non-negotiables are for someone to come in. If you hit this, just Monday through Friday, I'm not even telling people to work on weekends. Monday through Friday, if you do 3.5 hours of talk time, logged talk time where you're actually on the phone talking to somebody, not sitting at a desk for 3.5 hours, logged talk time, actual conversations. 3.5 hours, 60 dials a day, 60 outbound dials. What does that mean? You pick a phone up, you dial a phone number, or you have a software like smartphone or some shit like that. You got a headset on and you just click a number, but you have to dial 60 numbers. And a dial for me is you let it ring a minimum of 3 times, right? So bring, hang up, that's a dial. You got to do a minimum of 60 of those. And in those 60 dials, you got to get 3.5 hours of talk time. And then in that 3.5 hours of talk time, you need to get 3 offers out a day following my sales process, which Hailey followed to a T in the beginning. When she says now she's got her own version of it, what she does is she's rehearsed it so many times, she doesn't need to read it. Yeah. She now follows the process with her personality.
But I always keep it in front of me. Always.
The script.
Yeah, it's so important.
Love that. Okay. So now what I want to do, because I always use Hailey when we're on coaching calls. I always use Hailey as an example. Dude, when I tell you I could line up out the door of this room we're sitting in right now of people in the elite program that absolutely dominated, crush it, came from all different industries. A lot of them with zero sales background. I could have the same conversation as we're having with Hailey because they followed the process. So, like, what's an average day for you? Usually.
So I usually do around 6 to 7 hours of talk time every single day.
6 to 7 hours.
My dials, I'm at like, depends on obviously how long I'm talking to someone, but it's usually like between 80 and 90 dials every single day.
Okay.
At the beginning, I was doing like over 100, but obviously I didn't have as much talk time and I wasn't as comfortable. But now like my contracts are actually going to the closing.
Of course.
Yeah. So
and then how many offers? Like, do you count your offers?
Probably 5 or 6.
Okay.
7, depends.
5, 6, 7 offers in a day. Now, if you think about it, a good, solid offer, following the process, loving the one you're with, that's going to be a 45-minute to an hour conversation. Okay. That's why she can get, with 6, 7 hours of talk time, she's able to get out 5, 6, 7 offers. Yeah. Because she's on the phone that long. Like, a lot of you are like, man, she just must be making quick offers. No, she's got fucking 7 hours of log talk time. A lot of you out here right now that don't track that thing, you think you're working really hard, you're not. Guarantee if you were to put a timer or check your phone and actually see how much talk time you're getting. I look at thousands of companies over the year, or solopreneurs, thousands of them. And they think they're working much harder than they are. And when we get down to the actual numbers of what they're doing, they're shocked. They're like, even people that have teams, like all you out there that think you're experienced building teams right now in this industry, dude, track your team's talk time, track your team's offers. You're going to be disgusted now hearing somebody sitting right here is doing 6 or 7 hours in a day. When I first started out, I set the bar when I started coaching people so low, anybody could do it.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I can get just about anybody on the phone, whether they're irate, want to talk to me, whatever. I can keep them on for 30, 40 minutes. Pretty freaking easy. So to get 3.5 hours of talk time, it's super easy.
It's very easy.
Very easy. So at like 24 years old, Hailey, what makes you so motivated?
Well, 1, I have a daughter, so she's definitely my motivation. But 2, also, I didn't come from a lot of money. So
No way.
I swear.
You didn't have rich parents?
No. I mean, we were taken care of, but
of course.
not anything extravagant. I wasn't handed any money like, here, start something. My family, none of them are entrepreneurs. But I always, like, growing up, I always said, I'm going to move to Florida. Like, I always had this vision in my mind. Like, if I move to Florida, I'm going to be super successful. Like, I always had this in my mind. And then when I turned 18, I was like, next year I'm moving to Florida. And my family's, oh, you're crazy. And I'm like, no, I'm going. So I went by myself and I was like, I have no other option. So I've always had a vision for myself to have a very big life.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to stop until I have that.
I love it.
So.
Because to come in and do, I know what it's like to sit at, because you do this by yourself right now.
Yep.
And usually you're in a room by yourself, right?
Yeah, all day.
You don't have a bunch of people around you, nobody motivating you.
No.
You are you are the one making you do this.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, because when I first jumped into this industry, I did it by myself at first, and I was in a room by myself. And there were days that I always had bats around me. And there were days I wanted to take the bat and break everything around me.
Yeah.
Because things were not going my way.
Right.
You know.
I mean, there's tough days, obviously. There's definitely tough days that it's like nobody's answering the phone. What is happening? Like maybe my attitude isn't where it should be. And then I'm like, why am I not getting contracts? Oh, well, you're not getting contracts because you're not in the same mood that you usually are, or just you blame it on the seller. Oh, the seller was in this mood. Yeah, but it's your job to help change that.
Yeah.
So it's like you have to overcome those things. You have to push yourself no matter what.
So because like I talked to a gentleman yesterday, he's 33, 32 years old. I held an event a year and a half ago called Hustle Summit. It was the first big event I did out here in Scottsdale. And he was at that event. And he reached out yesterday, a year and a half later, year and a half later. And he was like, I have streak of bad luck. Nothing's going my way. Just poor me, poor me, poor me. And he has 2 kids.
Is your mindset.
And I was like, dude, you were at Hustle Summit 1. Are you wholesaling? And he's like, no, I'm back in the oil fields. Like pissed off at life. And I was like, well, that's your problem. If you're back in the oil fields.
Right.
You were at Hustle Summit. There are I don't even know how many people were at the same event you were at.
Yeah.
And when I hold an event, I give very tactical information. Enough to where you could go home, implement, make money with.
100%.
Same event that Christian was at, could have been sitting next to him. Within 4 months, he was doing over 100 grand just off that event. Just off that event. So I was talking to him and he was like, I was like, dude, tell me what have you been doing for the last year and a half? And it was, the world was against him. And I could relate to him because I used to think the world was against me. So, and I'm trying to get him to come back out to Wholesale Takeover. It's another event we're going to be doing in February 20th and 21st. But what is, for him, he did it I asked him, how long did you try to do this? And he goes, 90 days. And I go, so after 90 days, you just gave up. That's most people. That's most people. A lot of you and that's why this industry has a 95% fallout rate. 95% of people that try to get into this space, they give up so damn fast because they want immediate results. Now, if you're trying it on your own, it's going to take much longer. Trust me when I say that. To get results like Hailey, if she would have done this on her own, even though she's a savage, she's a workhorse, she's super motivated, just individual, she can motivate herself. I'm pretty sure she would not.
I would have not be where I am.
Be sitting at 200 and whatever $1,000 in 6 months.
Not even close.
But he just gave up on life and he just went back to what he knew and he's miserable. So what I want to just real quick, because Hailey is now in town for 4 days right now. And Hailey, me, my wife, my son, we were up at 4:30 we all hit snooze once. But we were cold plunging by 4:45.
Yeah.
We were working out and then we were in the office by 7:30 and you'll be on the phones. So what I want you to tell everybody, again, a mother of a 2-year-old, super successful as a solopreneur right now in an industry she knew nothing about 6 months ago. What does a day look like for you?
Yeah. Right now I get up at 4:30, 5 o'clock. I go to the gym. Come back, take my daughter to school. Then I just go straight to the office. I get there at 7:15. And some days I stay there until 7:30, 8 o'clock, depends on the day.
How if you have a 2-year-old daughter?
She's in daycare and
Okay.
we switch, so I don't have her every single week.
Okay.
So the weeks that I have her, I don't obviously work until 7 or 8. I work till like maybe 5:30, 6:30.
Got it.
Actually more like 6, 5:30, 6 o'clock because I have to pick her up by 6:30. But the weeks that I don't have her, I work as late as possible and as early as possible.
But you have on Sundays,
Yeah.
the last 2 Sundays, I think,
Yeah.
when she goes and takes a nap.
Yeah. I've
What
got
are
in
you
a
doing?
contract both Sundays for the last 2 Sundays when she takes a nap.
So Olivia goes, takes a nap for how long?
2 hours.
2 hours.
Yeah.
And you go straight to the computer, pick a phone up, and start ripping.
Yeah.
And the last 2 Sundays,
I've gotten a contract.
a contract. And the one you just got was for how much?
$27,000.
$27,000.
I got it on Sunday and I assigned it on Wednesday.
While your 2-year-old is taking a nap.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like, listen to this. She ain't going and messing around doing stupid shit while her daughter's napping. She's executing on any free time that she has. Like a lot of you out there, single mothers, single fathers, dude, nap time is grind time.
Yeah.
Right? There's a reason Hailey will be a $500,600,000 player her first 12 months because her time is super valuable to her. Super, super valuable. And a lot of you, poor me. No, it ain't poor you. You just waste time. So what is ultimately, if you could like, where are you getting your leads? I do need to plug Run It Remote. Where are you getting your leads?
I get all my leads 100% from Run It Remote.
100%. Have you tried other marketing? You don't need to say names of them.
I have, yeah.
Okay. What has been the best?
The cold calling with Run It Remote.
What-
100%.
What have you up? Literally, you've averaged, it's in the teens, right?
1 in 18 to a contract.
1 in 18 leads to a contract, meaning Hailey's a beast on the phones, right? I always tell everybody to set realistic expectations. 40 leads and under, you're going to get a contract. That puts you at a 6.5 to a 8.5x return. She's 18 leads to a contract. I don't even know what her multiple is as far as her ROI. It's double digits for sure. And when you first started out, you started out with what?
1.
1 cold caller?
Yeah.
And then, so you had 1 cold caller. You didn't over leverage yourself.
No.
And then when a deal funded, what was that journey?
I think that I had 1 cold caller for like 1 month.
Okay.
And then after that, I just was like, I need more leads. And
Okay.
I added another caller. And now I have 5 callers.
Recently
This month.
Yeah. Now she's 6 months in, going on 7 months.
Yeah.
She didn't do that overnight.
No.
And I always tell people, dude, so this is how you can get to $100,000. And Hailey is getting ready to have $100,000 months, right?
Oh, yeah.
100%.
100%.
Without a shadow of a doubt, she's going to be doing 6 figures a month. 100%, zero doubt. Now, what she did, and a lot of you are like, 100 grand a month? I don't even make that in a year. Well, dude, I can teach people how to turn annual income into monthly income. She's getting ready to freaking do it right now. I swear to God, it's not too good to be true. This is not a get rich quick scheme. You got to put the work in. You got to run the play. You got to maximize your time. When your little one goes to bed, don't fucking watch Netflix or whatever. Get on Instagram, get contracts. Dude, again, for the last 2 Sundays, she's clipped. The first contract was 27. What was the other one?
The other one, I didn't assign yet.
How much is supposed
Probably
to be
like
in it?
13, 14.
Okay,
Yeah.
so 27 and 13 is $40,000 on Sundays. Why the 2-year-old is taking a nap, right? That's in 4 hours. $40,000 is what was made in 4 hours. All right, but how to scale to 100 grand a month is super simple. You start with 1 cold caller. You get your first deal. When that funds, you funnel some of that money back into marketing. You get now 2 cold callers. If you can get to 5 cold callers, which Hailey started a week and a half ago.
Yeah.
A week and a half ago?
Yeah, I was.
So a week and a half ago, she's now moved up, and it's taken 6 months to get here, which is not a long time at all. And she's made great money in the 6 months. But what we're doing now is adding fuel to the fire because she's confident on the phones. She knows how to underwrite. She's getting deals to the closing table. She's assigning them in record freaking time. Literally within days, she's assigning deals. So she's moved to 5 cold callers. 5 cold callers is the play for $100,000 a month. Because now, and I don't want to get too in the weeds, she's got all the leads that have been piling up from the cold calling for the last 6 months. and she's getting all the new leads that they generate every single month. So 5 cold callers is going to get you a minimum of 5 to probably 7, maybe 8 contracts, depending on how good you close. She's really good on the phones. So that's how you make $100,000 a month. And it's literally taken her 6 months to get there. Think about that. I know a lot of you are stuck right now. I know a lot of you have been researching. While you've been researching, she's been making $230,000. You've been researching for 6 months, she's been clipping contracts. You've been researching for a year, she's been clipping contracts. So for all of you out there, the proof is in the pudding. So for you to talk to your 24-year-old self, right? I want you to talk just real quick, if you could give any advice to anybody out there. And dude, a lot of guys come to me, I have my handful of females. Actually, since you've joined the group, Hailey has referred a lot of women, which is amazing because women that get it dominate.
Yeah.
Like for real.
You can connect more on the phone.
As soon as they hear a woman's voice, they're like, oh, thank God it ain't another jerk off. Literally. Yeah. Like you got a leg up immediately. Yeah. So to all the women out there, men, you can listen, but talk to all the women out there, the stay-at-home moms, the ones that are working a job just cause. Dude, there's so many women out there that could be the breadwinner of the fucking family, making their husband look like fucking chumps. So if they're making your kind of money, they make their husband look like idiots.
Yeah.
From home.
From anywhere.
Anywhere, talk to them.
I think the most important thing, any advice that I would give is like, you need to have a process. You need to understand like A to Z, not watching 50 different people because everybody's wholesale model, they try to explain or coach differently and it just gets too confusing. Like if you have one person that you can, like I have Eric, gratefully, like I know the process. I have the sales process to overcome objections. So if you have somebody that you can go to and like understand the play the right way instead of just trying and dipping here and dipping there, like do that. That is one thing that's most important. But two, if like you can work from home and have that flexible schedule, and you could literally make, like you said, 18,000 in one contract. Like some people make that in 4 months on a salary. So it's like just start. Like,
is it, Hailey, please, is it doable for anybody, no experience, to do 100%. A minimum of a single effing contract a month?
100%. It's more than doable.
Anybody?
Yeah, anybody.
How many contracts did you lock up last month?
11.
11 contracts. You must have had a team.
No, it's just me.
Oh, just you?
It's just me.
No one helped you?
No.
11 contracts.
11 contracts.
Where are you at this month?
This month, I think I have 9.
9 contracts.
Yeah. But I think I have another one, so.
Guys, gals, this is real. This is not fluff. This is 100% real. If Hailey can do it, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Stop listening. Dude, if you're listening to somebody that said it took them more than 30 days to get their first fucking contract, you're listening to the wrong person. I'm telling you, there are, the right information sets you free. The wrong information clouds your judgment and it holds you back. That's all that I can say, all right? I've been running this play for the last 15 years, the model itself. There's too many people out there that are stuck where you're at. There's a better life out there. You're so close. You don't even understand. Listen, 6 months ago, she was trying to find a different path. She made the decision not knowing what the outcome was going to be. She believed in herself, right? She had the confidence that if she got the right information, she would execute on it. And I didn't know she was going to execute at the level she is executing. But a lot of you have the hunger, you have the work ethic, you have the grit, you have the vision of wanting more out of life, but you're just lost on where to go. Real estate is going nowhere. Wholesale real estate is the entry level to, if you figure this part of it out, where you go direct to seller, virtually over the phone, lock up contracts, make fast money, you can go do whatever you want in the real estate space. You can start flipping. You never stop wholesaling. You can buy rental properties. You never stop wholesaling. You can do whatever you want. This is the golden ticket right here. This is the new money. This is the new play. For all of you that want to get into high ticket, that want to get into sales, that want to do more out of life, this is the ticket. There is never a better time than right this moment to go get the results that Hailey has been able to get. I'm telling you, over the next 4, 5, 6 years, it's going to be an absolute bloodbath in a very good way for us. The economy is distressed right now. We deal with distress situations. This is the time where so much wealth is going to be transferred. The question is, are you going to get your piece of it? I'm going to get mine. Hailey's going to get hers. Are you going to join us and go run the play? Anyways, we love all of you. Hailey, thank you so much for coming. We will do an update because she's already called her shot. She said, I'm going to do $675,000 this year. So what we will do, I did not set my clock. So the time ain't even right. The date ain't even right. This says Thursday the 1st and it's 6:25. That is not right.
I think it's the 22nd.
It looks good though. We're going to do an updated version of this and we're going to see if Hailey hit her goal. So before the end of the year, maybe the turn of next year, maybe we'll even do a halfway. 6 months into the year, we'll bring Hailey back on the Refuse to Lose podcast. That way you all can hear. But for all you females out there, pay attention to what Hailey has done. You're next. If you don't believe it's real, just reach out to her first and she'll tell you. Hailey is now becoming an influencer and all this stuff. She's getting so much traction in the wholesale real estate space because they're like, man, who's this girl that came into the industry and just clipping contracts all by herself?
I need to know the secret.
I need to know the secret. Well, the secret is she works her fucking ass off. That's the secret. So until next time, y'all, we love you. We appreciate you. And you are so freaking close to that life you dream about so much. This is what I want you to do. Don't let the fire die. Don't let the dreams die. Too many of you just settle for average when there is a life so freaking awesome where you can have everything. Everything, not just a rich bank account. You can have a lot of money. You can be in the best shape of your life, have the best relationships, do whatever you want with who you want when it does not matter. Let's go get that life together. Love you. Hey, what's going on? I want to congratulate you for making it to the end. What does that mean? You're in the 1% club. No one else stuck around. You did. What I want you to do is subscribe. More importantly, comment below. That way I know exactly who you are and we can get to know one another. Every single week, by you turning your notifications on, you're not gonna miss the sales training that's gonna keep you in this 1% club. Comment below, subscribe. I'm gonna see you in the next video. Let's continue to refuse to lose.